couldn't say for sure, but I don't think that's supposed to be like that. So, hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. We're back in the barn, couldn't tell. Let me see if this will change like I want it to or not. So, anyway, we got the John Deere Blue out and got it, well, checked out. Started checking it out anyway. And come to find out that the pump is, in fact, no good. When it was running, it was spraying and hitting the bottom of this pulley up here. I am filming with my phone because the, the one thing, the camera, it's still down. Anyway, I believe this is the same pump that we had, but I'm not 100% sure. So hopefully it doesn't require a whole lot of fabricating to get it done, but we'll see. So yeah, I've lost about 10 gallons of water. Well, actually probably closer to 30 gallons of water overnight. So anyway, I gotta yank that pump off of there, get the pulley off of there, get the pulley off of it, and then put that other one together. But it looks to be the exact same pump, so that's good. So anyway, let me see how wet I can get, and we'll touch back with you in a minute. All right, so we got the old pump off. The seals are bad in it. It's running out the weep hole. That one. You can see my finger, that one right there. Next up, in order to remove this pulley, which I'm sure this is not standard issue pulley stuff, but anyway, we get to thread bolts into these two holes and then try and ease this thing out a little bit at a time. They look like 5/16 bolt holes, but I'm gonna run a tap in them and make sure before we screw it up. All right, so two little bolts like this in these holes, 1/4-20s, in these two holes, and it popped the pulley loose from this piece. But now we've got another, not really a problem, but another thing we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to get a chisel, or in my case, a screwdriver. Don't try this at home, kids, to spread this out so that it will release the shaft. So anyway, improper tool, but hey, I don't have a chisel with a point on it that fine anymore, so there you go. The center piece is out off the shaft. Wasn't hard at all once you spread it out. So I got to put this all back together, and then strip the plumbing out of here, put it back on the machine, and you know, stuff. So anyway, I'm hoping to get to spray tonight. That would be really awesome. Woo, pretty. Let's see if this beautiful old thing is going to cooperate again today. So let's see here. Since I don't have my magnet mount, matter of fact, I don't even have my camera. I don't know if we can do this or not. Damn! It started on the, like, pretty respectably. This is, hopefully it don't blow up. Anyway, most beautiful thing in 3 counties. You can tell me where that came from? You're old. Yeah, it's running now. Okay, so anyway, since I'm going to run out of daylight before I get to any herbicide, I was going to do 2,4-D today. We are going to try some of this stuff. This Monty's Hey Now liquid fertilizer. Okay, so this stuff is kind of sort of affordable, but not really. This is a test. I'm gonna go spray this according to the label on the field of alfalfa field I planted last year. Oh, lovely. Anyway, on the alfalfa field that we planted last year, I've got enough to do, it says 1 quart to 2 quarts to the acre. So I've got enough in the tank right now to do for, or well, let's see, more than that, 8 acres. But we're going to spray our alfalfa field with no 2,4-D, obviously, and then come back and add 2,4-D to what's left of the tank, if we can get water in the damn thing. Anyway, so we're going to have a test on this stuff and see what if it does any good or not. Guaranteed analysis, 795, 7% nitrogen, 9% phosphate, and 5% potash, 4.5% sulfur, you know, stuff. I kept looking for liquid boron, and pretty much wasn't able to find it. So this kept popping up, so I was like, you know what? And then when I found it at my local farm supply store sitting there at last year's prices, I was like, well, you know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Guy at the counter there said it's good stuff. We'll see. So, like I said, it's supposed to be able to apply with herbicides and without herbicides. We're going to go without to start with, and then later, probably tomorrow, because like I said, I'm going to run out of daylight before I get very far, add 2,4-D to the mix and spray some of my grass fields until we run out. So, yeah. Anyway, test run of liquid fertilizer. So, water level, fertilizer level. So anyway, off to the field we go on the John Deere Blue to see what this stuff will do, right? So we're all aware, if any of you haven't followed this channel, I worked really hard last year to figure out what I was putting down with this thing, and I've got it to where at 20 psi we're putting down 20 gallons per acre at 4 miles an hour. So that's what we're going to shoot for. If I had my other camera, which is still waiting on a lens from when I ran over it with a culture packer last week, putting that field in, I would show you how I've got set up to do this. But I have an app on my phone that's just a speedometer, basically. It's not a GPS tracker or any kind of craziness like that, or at least it doesn't claim to be. I guess it has to be, but you know, whatever. It only works when I turn it on, basically, and that's fine with me. So, like I said, on the way to the field. Alright, so a quick look at what we got going here. We'll get out here a little bit. So I was very unimpressed with the way this worked out last year, and you can see we still have a lot of weed pressure. There's orchard grass, alfalfa, you know. Looks like we have some type of bugs eating on our alfalfa already. That's great. But anyway, you know, we've got alfalfa, we've got clover. This is not, it didn't work out as great as I had hoped it would, but anyway, this is what we're working with. It is, I don't even know what day it is in April, the 11th, I think. So I'm probably late, but it's been an abnormally cold and wet spring, or well, not abnormally wet, but abnormally cold spring. So I'm behind. Plus that, and you know, I'm still not done with all my winter projects. So anyway, here we are. We're going to spray some stuff on this and see what happens. Hopefully it'll make a difference. If not, well, we thought it would. So anyway, we're about halfway done with this field. You can see we're spraying a little bit anyway. This is not the most reasonable or effective spraying technology available, but hey, you know what? It works for me, so that's all I really care about. Alright, so back at the barn, we've used, what did we use? We left here at about 100, right at 160 gallons. We're down to 90. So we used 50 gallons of stuff. That's about right, really. This thing's nasty. Hey, that's a lot better. Okay. So, like I said, we used 50 gallons of product. Monty's Hay Now. Again, I think it's a little bit light on specifications, but I've been seeing this stuff for a while, and I've kind of been wondering if it's snake oil or not, and no real better way to find out than just to try it yourself and see, right? So, imagine that. I've got a little drip on the bottom of my thing there, but it's not enough to worry about. The pump works good, though, so that's good. And then, no surprise, this thing went out and functioned as it should. So I think that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna try and spray my 2,4-D on tomorrow. I'm gonna mix it, you know, read the label on anything you're spraying, because that's the only way you're gonna know what you got. So I'm gonna mix 2,4-D into what mixture I have left here, and go spray that out on until it runs out, basically. And then we will come back and add more to it and keep going. But anyway, that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later. Alright, so quick disclaimer. I am not sponsored by anything you ever see me use, and I am not going to be. If you get a review from me on something that I've used, it's because I paid for it and I used it. This stuff that I'm using today or used today, I paid for it. The 4 gallons of it that I bought were $198. That's what it cost me, so there you go. And like I said, I consider this stuff snake oil, but we'll find out. This is about the only way I can figure out to find out, is to buy some of it and try it, right? And first cut he comes off, it won't be too late to go, okay, we screwed up. We need to do an application of dry fertilizer over the top of this and see what happens. So that is all.